Hello and welcome to Season 2, Episode 5 of Forza FGR. My name is Jet, also known as Mr. Computer, and on today's episode, we are taking on... Who are we taking on? I know we're taking on Gillingham. Of course we're taking on Gillingham in the Sky League 2 at home. It's the 22nd of December. Merry Christmas. Merry virtual Christmas 2018 to you all. And since you were last with me, things have been going, once again, rather well. So, we've had 2 wins, a draw and a loss in the league since you last saw us beat Barnet with that Scott-led penalty that he finally put away after missing his first one. And as you can see, we got through 2 3-2 wins in a row against Crawley and then against Exeter. And Junior Marias, big news, Junior Marias is scoring once more. He got 2 braces in a row. He is now up to 7 goals and 17 appearances. I mean, it's still, fairly, average might even be an understatement, or an overstatement, whatever it is. Excuse me. But at least he started scoring again. He got 2 braces there. He obviously likes to score and burst. We then lost 3-1 against Carlisle, which was a shame. But we beat Rochdale, who are in the league above us, in the FA Cup. Danny Finnskirk scoring a bracer as well, scoring the game before to get us a bit of a consolation. And we did then lose 5-0 against Stevenage, who are in the league above us, in the Chesterfield Trophy South, second round away. But I would like to say, look at that attendance, 657, what a terrible attendance. We did put out a very weak squad for this, so I'm not surprised, and I'm not disappointed either. And then following that, we drew 1-0 against AFC Wimbledon. So we want to get back to winning ways. We've got 3 home games in a row over this Christmas period, obviously in quick succession, but it's the same for every team. So fingers crossed we avoid injury and we just get some good results to keep us in the hunt, because we are at the moment joint top of the table, 5 points ahead of 3rd place, which is important. Also 5 points ahead of 4th place. And we are 10 points inside the playoffs, which is a very good position to be in. So obviously, despite my feeling that it feels a bit inconsistent with these, odd wins and draws, we are doing very, very well. Shane Barnett's still top though, on goal difference. And that is the point, it is only on goal difference. So, there is nothing to fear, I believe. This is the team we're putting out today. So, Daniel Iverson will be in goal as always. A back 4 of Aaron Phillips, Chris Metham, Alex Iacovitti, and Scott Laird. Laurent and Reese Brown are in midfield with Elias Chair on the left-hand side, Leighton and Duku on the right-hand side, and Musquet and Moraes up front. It's our strongest side. It's our preferred side. They're all here. No one's injured. That's the important thing. Let's see what it is that we can do. I would like to point out that game we lost against Grimsby. They are now up into the playoffs, so that was obviously... it could have easily happened. It was still a rough one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's in the past. Now we're second. But Gillingham, obviously, an opponent not to be underestimated. But I do feel that we have every ability to go and win this match. I know I say that all the time when we're playing at home, but it is just very true. I feel very true indeed, and hopefully we can put in a good performance so that we go into Christmas Day. We could go into Christmas Day top of the table. Would that not be a fantastic present for all the players and staff involved at Forest Green Rovers? I think it would be incredible, and it is definitely a possibility. Let's see if it is possible here. Chair with the free kick into Moraes, and Junior Moraes, you have seen it here. You have finally seen it happen again. Junior Moraes has just got his 8th goal of the season, and you witnessed that. That's the important thing. He scored 2 braces since that hat-trick, and now he's gone on to get a goal in front of the cameras. I think he's scored more than just 2 braces since that. I think he's scored 1 goal in an odd spell. But you saw that. Junior Moraes has scored a goal in front of your own very eyes. Save that, because knowing our luck, you won't do it again this season. That's a poor pass from one of our midfielders, and now Chesterfield, Gillingham even, it looked like Chesterfield, are attacking. We don't want to concede an immediate equaliser like we seem to do so often. Collins through for them. He's looking dangerous to Wagstaff, and Scott Wagstaff. I'm guessing that's Scott Wagstaff. It is. Formerly Bristol City has equalised straight away. Brilliant. That's exactly what we want. I mean, it's a really well worked goal. But I swear this has happened more times than I like to remember. We go ahead and yes, we've gone ahead. Junior Moraes has scored. This is fantastic, and then they go and equalise straight away. I mean, it is that football cliche. You are most vulnerable just after you scored, and it seems to be exactly that for us. I mean, look at that. I mean, what are our defenders doing? I mean, yes, Scott Wagstaff is a legend. Yes, he got Bristol City promoted from League 1. Yes, he belongs, he deserves better than League 2. But, I mean, just because he's incredible does not mean you should let him score. Oh, anyway, Meffen's passed it around here, and we're looking to get another goal straight away, it seems. Moraes running forward with it, but he's tackled. Header won by our defender, but then Wagstaff gets to it as well. Laurent tries to pick it up, but it's kicked away from it. O'Reilly is running with it for Chesterfield now. He's being closed down by one of our players though. Ball long forward. Aaron Phillips has recovered it here. He's got to be careful. And that is another great long ball forward to Moraes. What can he do? He squares to Musque, and Admiral Musque has scored our second goal. This has got to be, what, 3 goals in about a minute? We are now back to the top of the table like we were after that first goal, and that is a brilliant move. It's so pleasing to see Moraes link up with Musque to get that. 2 players that we have, an affiliation with, A, monetarily from Moraes, and B, emotionally with Musque for his performances last season. That is a great move. A nice long ball over the top to Moraes. That's how we often play and often get our goals. That's how you have to play down in these leagues. I mean, I don't have any problem with long ball football personally. I don't think it's as ugly as people say it is. It's quite satisfying to see, really. But that is a fantastic link up, and our front 3 of our front 4 have all had a great contribution so far, and we've only played 15 minutes, with Ilias Chair getting a nice little assist from Moraes' first goal, and Moraes linking up with Musque being very unselfish, as you'd expect to be at that angle. You wouldn't want to shoot from there, would you? And Musque tucks it away nicely, and we've retained our lead. And as it stands, we are going top of the table, because I believe Barnet are drawing. I'm not sure. Do we get later scores? I think we do. Focus on attacks down here. I don't really know what it means. I don't think it's that relevant. So let's look at the later scores here. Barnet. Where are you? Yep, they're drawing 0-0 at the moment. And hopefully we can keep it that way, so we can go into Christmas not only top of the league, but top of the league by 2 points. That would be very nice. And like I said about Grimsby, they're now 3rd in the automatic promotion places. Obviously, that loss we had against them, perfectly acceptable. Perfectly acceptable indeed. What I do want to get up at, I don't usually look at this, but match overview, only because, I mean, look at that. Junior Moraes scores in the 12th minute. Scott Wagstaff scores in the 14th minute to equalise. Admiral Musque scores in the 15th minute to go 2-1 up. It has been one hell of a first half. Oh, I don't want the league table twice. Action scenes. There, that'll do. Like I said, I don't use it at all. And since then, things happened, which, to be honest, when we're winning, I'm not going to complain about. Yes, it'd be nice to see us get another goal, but there obviously is the risk of Gillingham getting another equaliser. We don't want that at all. I will happily take a 2-1 win against this side. And of course, the question we start asking is, do we change the mentality? Because we've had success with changing the counter before, but I mean, Gillingham aren't necessarily the best team. We are dominating possession. I mean, I think we keep it like that. I think we are good enough to keep the win without having to change our mentality at this point. And I think if we do concede, I can't blame it on that, because at the end of the day, when you look at those possession stats, if you got 63% of the possession and you're 2-1 up, you wouldn't go counter, surely, would you? I mean, it seems a bit counterintuitive, no pun intended, but it does seem a bit counterintuitive to me. I don't see the point of it. So, fingers crossed, although they are now getting more possession, it seems. No, I still think I'm going to... Maybe we'll just get a standard. There we go, we'll go for that. I mean, I don't know if... I always wonder about standard mentality, because it seems like a bit of a cop-out, and as soon as we changed it, please don't let them go and score. That would be a pain in the arse. Chairs got it for us. Into Musque. Musque, spearheading attack. He almost loses it after bouncing it off one of their defenders, but he's played it into Ndukwu after recovering it. And Moraes has a shot, denied by the woodwork, apparently, although it's a corner, so I guess maybe not just the woodwork. And we've got a corner here. What can we do in this attacking position? Phillips, headed away by Lacey, back to Phillips by the corner flag, and it's gone out for a throw-in to us, but I think that's going to be the end of the highlight, and it is. But what was I saying? I think I was talking about standard mentality. It seems like a bit of a cop-out to me, or Ndukwu was injured. But it does seem like a bit of a cop-out in a way, because it seems like you're just a bit in the middle, and I don't see how you can win matches for that. But we did use it with the 4-2-3-1, I believe, so it must work to some extent. I hope Ndukwu hasn't got too much of an injury, because we're going into the Christmas period, and we do need him, because he is, why hasn't he been too involved today? He is a decent player. Although Marsh Brown has had his moments this season, so, I mean, we're at no weakness with Marsh Brown on the pitch, I would say. He certainly has a point to prove now. He's on the bench most of the time. And they're in attacking position here. Chesterfield throw in to O'Reilly, into Thomas. No, that was so close. I was so scared then. Oh, dearie me. Please don't let them get an equaliser. That would be devastating. 2 league draws in a row. Yeah, it could be worse, but we don't want to throw this way because we are in a good position. Reece Brown has been booked. My assistant is telling me to make him ease off tackles, but I think we might just take him off because he hasn't done anything spectacular today. So I was one prefer if we swap them around. No, he doesn't. He just doesn't like doing any of that particularly. but he can come on for now. There we go, 2 pairs of fresh legs on the pitch. Hopefully we can use that to our advantage. I mean, I think I've had more shots on target than us, but obviously we have been a lot more clinical because we've had 2 shots on target, both of which have gone in. That's what we like. Anyway, Laurent to Laird on the left-hand side. Hopefully this is a good highlight for us. Phillips has picked up. He's moving out towards the right-hand side. He has a shot, and I mean, considering he's a right back, he came very close to scoring that. I mean, I've seen our strikers and some of our wingers have worse shots than that. So the highlight isn't over. The danger is definitely not past. And now Chesterfield. Gillingham are attacking. O'Reilly with it, and Daniel Iverson. I've said it many times before how pleased I am to have Daniel Iverson in the goal rather than Brad Collins, because Iverson has shown a lot of skill and good reactions in the goal during this season so far. Oh, I'm so glad Mariah's timed that properly. But like I was saying, Daniel Iverson has shown a lot more, just a lot better aptitude in goal than Brad Collins did last season. I mean, he didn't help us at points with some of his things. As you can see there, Daniel Iverson on 7.1. He is only unknown, sadly, but so is Brad Collins. I mean, everyone's unknown down in the leagues nowadays. The point is, obviously, he's doing very well, and I'm sure he loves playing with Chair and Nduku, all, of course, of Leicester. No, Chair's not from Leicester. Nduku and Musque, all of whom are, of course, from Leicester. And we're going to make our final substitution here. I think we can afford to without risking injury. Keenan Brown hasn't had a very good impact so far, has he? See, Musque and Moraes have both scored, but I think we'll just bring on another striker. Just to, like I said, keep them running up front. Bring on McCurdy. Let him know he's still, of course, loved in these circles. He is a good impact substitute. He has been many times. He's been known to get the goals, despite the fact he's more an attacking midfielder. But I mean, like we said before, the false 9 role, he doesn't mind it at all. He can play there, which is good because I mean, we're coming up to a tough decision at the moment because his loan expires in the middle of January. And of course, do we renew it if we're not playing with attacking midfielders? That's the question. I guess we might not, because it frees up another space for a new loan player who's more suited to us. Anyway, Osborne into Laurent, into Chair, to McCurdy, who's played it forward into Moraes, lays it off, Wagstaff manages to kick it back to his goalkeeper, and this is looking dangerous for Gillingham here. Surely they've had so much bad luck and they're going to get this equaliser now. Headed away by Metham, back in though, and they've equalised in the 87th minute, and that is just torturous. Oh, it always seems to go not as well as it does when the camera's off when I'm recording. We're not going to look at that goal because I'm annoyed. And I guess we go attacking. We're going to risk it for a chocolate biscuit. Luckily we are still top of the league. Come on, boys. Come on, plenty of time. Plenty of time. But Chesterfield, they're not Chesterfield, that's the 3rd time I said it today. They're going to get a 4th, aren't they? Iverson was very lucky not to concede that one. Really should have had safer hands. Come on, boys. We're risking it. We are going to go top of the league, despite this. Obviously, Barnet are losing. But it's just so frustrating because we were in a winning position for the majority. We were in a winning position from the 15th minute, and the 87th minute, boom, get it. And it's just been actually no highlight here. It is 2 draws in a row, which I mean, it could be a lot worse. It could be 2 losses in a row, but we are unhappy we couldn't hold on to the final whistle. It is good to see Moraes and Musque playing that well, though, and it's good to see us go top of the league. Let's not forget there are positives to this Christmas, top of the league, despite conceding leads. I mean, look at those stats. It's no surprise. Like I said, Gillingham were not a team to be underestimated, and they certainly proved that to us. They looked dangerous in the fact they equalised just 2 minutes after we went ahead. And it may have taken them a while to get their second equaliser, but I'm not surprised they got it. What's going on with Nduku? A stubbed toe? How can you be out for 2 weeks with a stubbed toe? That's what I want to know. Looks like he's going to miss the Christmas period, which could be a blessing in disguise, because at least he's not going to be susceptible to injury over this period. We may have to change our mentality at points, obviously, because we do play an intense tactic, and that, combined with the fact that players will be tired anyway, could not be good for us at points. It's not letting me click anything. 1 second. There we go. Right. So, let's just look at the league table before we look at the schedule. As you can see there, 1 point clear at the top of the table. That's good enough for me. We are now... have we lost ground on... We've lost ground on the chasing pack, though. We're now only 3 points inside the playoff, inside the automatic progress place, sorry, rather than 5. But we are still, I believe, 10 points inside the playoffs, which is also very, very good. And if we look at the schedule, the usual 6 matches time, we'll see that takes us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, do we show the FA Cup third round match? I'm not sure we do. It's only Sheffield Wednesday, so we'll leave that. So you will see me for the Swindon match on the 19th of January, and hopefully we can get a win. It seems like I played Swindon a few times on this, probably only once before, but you know what I mean. And hopefully by then we'll have had even better runs of results against the likes of Accrington, Notts County, Lincoln, and whatnot. We'll hopefully still be in automatic promotion place and be able to see us get a win or solidify that. But as you well know, anything can happen in Football Manager, so you've got to cross our fingers. Thank you very much for watching this though, and like I said, I will see you for the Swindon match next time.